Hello everybody, welcome back to the homestead. My name's Amanda. So today I am going to show you how you can pressure can rabbit or chicken to have for the coming years as a shelf stable protein. Come along with me and I'll show you how I do that. So canned chicken is a really easy protein to have on the shelf that you can go and grab and put in any meal you want. I have a bowl full of rabbit here, and rabbit cans the exact same way that chicken does, and it also tastes very similar. So I'm going to can up this rabbit. I'm going to put it in my nice clean jars. I suggest using wide mouth mason jars as it's just easier to get stuff in and out of. So the fun thing about canned chicken or rabbit is that you can put it in there raw and it will cook in its own juices. It gets really tender and really tasty and is just fabulous in your meals. So I will bring you along and show you how I do this. Okay, so you are going to pack your jars to about 1.25 inches headspace. And you can pack as much in there as you can. Now I'm doing rabbit right now, so I'm using my bare hands because there's no contamination risk with rabbit, where with chicken you obviously have the risk of salmonella. But with rabbit, I don't really have that risk. So you can see that I might just take a little bit out here. You can see I'm below the rim line here by a little bit. So that's just perfect. So I will get the rest of these jars all canned up. Okay, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to these jars. You don't need to add the salt, but it does add a little extra flavor. I'm adding Himalayan sea salt. There we go. Okay, so you're going to want to get your vinegar and a clean cloth and wipe down the rims of your jars. At this time, you're also going to want to check your jars for any chips or cracks so that you get a good seal. It's important to use vinegar on your jars in case there's any fat residue that might have gone on the lid or any other bits, and that would hurt your seal. All right, we're gonna get our lids and get these in the canner. Okay, so you're gonna wanna get your lids on and tighten them fingertip tight. You don't want to tighten them too much. There we are. Okay, so my jars are not hot, so I am putting them into a room temperature canner to keep the jars from breaking. If you put cold jars in a hot canner, you could crack your jars. So it's important to keep the temperature the same. Go. Okay, so I'm gonna get this boiling and I'm gonna wait for steam to be released from this spot right here. It's going to be released for 10 minutes before I put my poundage on. All right, our pressure gauge has been releasing a steady steam, so we are gonna time this for 10 minutes before putting our poundage gauge on. All right, this has been releasing for 10 minutes now. I am going to put on my 15-pound gauge. And I am going to leave this for 90 minutes. So your gauge, pressure gauge will change with your altitude. So look at your altitude and see what pressure gauge that you need for this. All right, there is our fully canned rabbit or chicken, depending on what you're doing. This makes such easy and delicious meals, and you really should give it a try. That's all for me for today, and I'll see you next time, guys.